Welcome to Learning from the Best, a YouTube channel that empowers you to achieve success, wealth, happiness, and personal growth through the timeless wisdom of the world's greatest minds. The 38 Letters from J.D. Rockefeller to His Son by J.D. Rockefeller. Letter 6. Mortgage for the Future, April 18, 1899. Dear John, I can understand why you always feel a little uneasy about using my money to go to the stock market because you want to win, but you're afraid of losing in that risky world, and the money you lose is not yours. It is borrowed, and you have to pay interest. This feeling of not able to lose seems to have ruled me from the beginning of my business and even after I become more successful. So every time I took a loan, I was torn between caution and risk, struggling, and even at night, I couldn't sleep, lay in bed, and started to figure out how to repay the debt. It is often said people who take risks often fail. After the fear of failure, I can always calm down and decide to borrow money again. In fact, in order to progress, I had no other way to do. I had to go to the bank for a loan. Borrowing money is not a bad thing. It won't make you bankrupt as long as you don't see it as a life buoy and only use it in times of crisis. As a powerful tool, you can use it to create opportunities. Otherwise, you will fall into this quagmire of fear, failure, and let fear tie down the arms that could have made you achieve success. Borrowing money is to create good luck. If mortgaging a piece of land would give me enough cash to monopolize a larger piece of land, then I wouldn't hesitate to take the opportunity. When I was in college land, in order to expand my strength and gain the leading position in the oil refining industry of college land, I owed huge debts many times and even mortgaged my business to the bank, and I succeeded. I have created astounding achievements. Son, life is a process of constant mortgage. We mortgage our youth for our future, and we mortgage our life for happiness. Because if you don't dare to approach the bottom line, you lose. Isn't it worth risking our mortgage to succeed? Speaking of mortgage, I want to tell you that when I received a huge amount of money from the banker, I not only mortgaged my business, but also my honesty. I regard contracts and covenants as sacred things, and I strictly abide by them and never default on my debts. I have never forgotten to treat investors, bankers, clients, and even competitors sincerely. When discussing issues with them, I insist on telling the truth and never make any fabrications or equivocations appear. The rewards of honesty are huge. Before I left Cleveland, the bankers who knew my personality had saved me again and again from crises that I couldn't get out of. I clearly remember that one day, one of my oil refineries suddenly caught fire and suffered heavy damage. Because the insurance company delayed in paying the insurance money and I urgently needed money to rebuild the business in ruins, I had to ask the bank for an additional loan. Now, I can't stop thinking about the bank loan that day. In the eyes of the visionary bankers, oil refining is already a high-risk industry and financing it is a gamble. Plus, my oil refinery had just been destroyed, so some bank directors were hesitant to make additional loans and refused to lend immediately. Just then, a good man, Mr. Stillman, asked a clerk to bring up his own safe, waved to the other directors, and said, "Listen to me, gentlemen. Mr. Rockefeller and his partners are very good young people. If they want to borrow more money, I implore you to lend them without hesitation. If you want more safety, then this is it. You can take as much as you want. Son, honesty is a method, a strategy. Because I pay honestly, I've earned the trust of bankers and more. And thanks to that, I have gone through difficult times and started on the fast path to success. Today, I don't have to go to any bank anymore. I am my own bank, but I will always be grateful to the bankers who helped me. In the future, you can manage your business, and you need to know that the purpose of running a business is to make money. Growing a business can make money, but getting out of a mortgage is also an important matter of managing and using money. If you focus on one function and ignore the other, you will fail. In the worst case, you could go bankrupt, and in the better case, you could miss out on a lot of opportunities. Managing and using money is different from the determination to make money and requires a different belief. To manage and use money, you have to be willing to be hands-on and manage the numbers yourself, not just talk about management and strategy. If you carelessly post these details or entrust such details to someone else, You are ignoring at least half of the important responsibilities of your business. Details should never get in the way of enthusiasm. And the way to do it successfully is to remember two things. One is tactical and the other is strategic. Son, you're on your way to winning a great life. This is your goal all along. You need to be brave and be brave again. Love, your father.